Today you are going to learn how to make your photos more attractive and unique using some Photoshop editing techniques. Today I am going to show you how to do the pixel stretch effect in Photoshop. So let's quickly jump into the tutorial. Before we start the tutorial, I would like to request you, please subscribe my channel and please click on the bell icons to get notifications for all the videos, because a lot more videos are lined up in my channel. So let's jump into the tutorial.
So now we are going to create the trending pixel stretch effect with this picture. Of course, this is my favorite footballer, Lionel Messi. I am a huge fan of him. So let's quickly start the procedure to make the pixel stretch effect with this picture. Okay, so first we have to make a duplicate of this layer, so just right click here and duplicate layer. Okay, so we got this, and I am just hiding the background here now. So now we got a copy of the background layer and we are going to work with this. So pixel stretch effect is very simple method which will give some unique output. The only one thing that you have to be very careful while doing the pixel stretch effect is that the pixels that you are going to select to be stretched. So see, I am using the rectangular selection tool to select the pixel. So I am just drawing a rectangle, a horizontal, a vertical, a very thin rectangle which will cover the most of the area of the image, and here it is our favorite footballer. Okay, so I just selected this area and this is very lean, and if you want to make some transformation you can go to the select and use the transform selection, and there you can actually increase or decrease the thickness. So I'm just increasing the area here, a little bit width I just increased, and apply this. Okay, so now I selected this much of area, and what I'm going to do is just copy using the edit copy and create a new layer, and there you just paste in special in place will be better, so just paste it. So you can see that I just selected a vertical area from this image. Okay, now what we are going to do is we have this pixel in this layer, but first of all I want to remove the background of this layer. So I'll be using our quick selection tool to do the background removal process. So I'll start from the boot here and just move this upwards, upward. You don't need to do it in a single stretch, you can release the mouse and add later. I'm just removing the inverse of this selection, that is I'm just removing the background. For that I have to go to the select and inverse. Now I select the background, I am just pressing the delete button and removing the background. So here the selection is still there, so I am just going to deselect it by select, deselect. So now we got the layer in which we are having only our Messi, and what we are going to do is we have to move this particular layer above this. As we know that in this particular layer, the layer 1, we are having the pixel which we selected from the background image. So for the time being I am just hiding this layer, and we got this layer only, and here we are having the selection of the background. So I am going to do the pixel stretch first. For that I am selecting the free transform tool, go to free transform. Okay, I'll be just increasing the I will just stretching this towards this I'll keep up to here. Okay, not completely. Okay, I'll just keep up to here, and here also I'll be just keeping up to here. Okay, and now apply. And now what we are going to do is we are applying a filter to these stretched pixels. For that we have to go to the filter, and here in the distort I'll be selecting polar coordinates. See, as you apply the polar coordinate, you will be getting an image like this. If I am zooming out this, you can see our image will be like this. See, we got a circular pixel stretch from this image. Okay, now we got it, and now we are having this in the background, and I'll be enabling the visibility of this layer, so we'll be getting like this. And what I'm going to do is I am going to scale this layer once again using a data free transform. Okay, so keep this aspect ratio enabled, and I will just scaling this as much I can. Okay, I'll be scaling this here up to here, and I'll be just rotate this to this direction. Okay, a little bit this. Okay, and now just apply this. Okay, now we got it like this. So some portion of the circle has gone out of this canvas, so I am expanding the canvas. For that, go to the image, click on the reveal all, so it will reveal all the pixels available in this particular image. Now we have got something like this, and I am going to remove these areas using our eraser tool. So just use the eraser tool and keep the brush as you want. You can increase the size also. Now I start erasing these areas. An empty area here, and behind our footballer Messi there is the pixel stretch which is made from our footballer's image itself. And see, now the background is here, so this is not actually required, this background. If you want to keep the background, you can keep it, or else what you can do is we can apply a gradient background. For that I'll be just selecting a new layer, and there I'll be applying a gradient background. So I'll be selecting a color, a radial background, and only 2 color gradient. So I'll be selecting this color as one of the darkest area of the jersey, and this will be the lightest area of the jersey, or anyway this will be the white color itself. I'll be creating this as a new gradient, and okay, now I'll be enabling the radial gradient button and just drag. So you'll be getting like this. You can make any direction as you wish, you can make. So we've got something like this, and we have made a very simple pixel stretch effect from the footballer's ball kicking pose, and you can make any kind of additional editing to this image. So if you want to give more depth to this, just duplicate this layer. Okay, and I'll be removing one. I'll be just hiding the upper layer, and in the lower layer I'll be select this the complete pixel using the magic wand tool. For that I'll be clicking in the empty area and select inverse. Okay, and just fill black color here. Okay, just fill the black color, selected the black color, and just press alt backspace to fill the foreground color over the selected area. So we got this one, and just select deselect. Okay, and I am going to apply a Gaussian blur for this layer. Filter, go to filter, blur, and Gaussian blur. Apply 5 pixel as the blur. Okay, we got it. Now it is here behind that, and now you can see that this is the, so I'll be just moving this a little bit left side. So using the move tool, just move it, or else you can just move this using the arrow tool a little bit here. Okay, just adjust. Now this is too much of black, so I'll be just making this as a multiply layer transparency mode, and I'll be reducing the opacity to 50, so it will be blended like this. So now we've got the pixel stretch effect. You can also apply the same shadow depth effect to this background if you want, and if you want you can apply some color correction techniques also. I'll be just applying some color correction techniques. I'll be using an adjustment layer of level to give more contrast to this image. So I'll be just increase the contrast to like this, or I will just increasing the contrast number 3, so it will give more contrast to this image. Better I will be selecting contrast number 2. Okay, so this is somewhat more attractive, and I am also applying an adjustment layer of vibrant. See, I have already made a video on how to make your image more attractive using adjustment layer and color correction techniques. So if you haven't watched that video, you can watch it from my previous video section that is there in the description. Here I am applying the vibrance tool. I am just increasing the vibrance so it will be more attractive. So I'll be giving an 85, and saturation just giving 5. So we got a much attractive image. And if you want to apply masking, anything you can apply. If you haven't watched those videos which is there in my previous video series, film poster designing series, which is there in my description as a playlist, you can watch it. See, we started the image like this. It was earlier like this. We just applied this much of techniques here, and now we got it a pixel stretch effect. See, I used some complicated background image. You can do it with a very simple background image, so that you will be not having trouble in removing the background, and you can do it with any image of yours or any models. The basic thing is that the pose will be somewhat of an action, or the pose will be somewhat a dynamic pose, you know, which is like this, or any kind of pose which actually doing any kind of action, so that will give more attractive effect for the pixel stretch effect. So now I made a circular pixel stretch effect from the image of our favorite footballer Lionel Messi.
So that's all for today. Hope that you guys enjoyed this video, and this tutorial is actually made upon your request. Many of my subscribers requested to make a tutorial on pixel stretch effect, which is the trending photo editing technique. So I made it for you. So before I leave, I would like to request you to please subscribe my channel if you haven't done it yet, and the button is right here. Please click on that and click on the bell icon button also to get the notifications for all the videos, because a lot more videos are lined up in my channel. So that's all for today. See you in the next video with another topic. Till then,